Hello, in this video I will be covering the ones that I have left out. There are two concepts that I have left out from second unit, so I will finish it here in this video. So let's go through it, okay? So I'll explain what is classification of equipments. I have mentioned this concept already. Okay, I have just explained it. There are like classification and what are its types. So here we'll explain like in detail. Let us go. Okay, one is about that. One is estimation of ownership cost, operational and maintenance cost of construction equipment. That is uh, uh, in related to the equipment, what all costs are you going to consider, like under ownership cost, or what all things are there, operational and maintenance cost, about all that we will study, okay, the theory part of it. So let's go through it. So let us see what are the classification of equipment. Okay, we have gone through this in your previous class. I have explained about this classification, but their general classification and what are the examples, all such things are given. Here I'll explain it little more in detail, so that if they ask like classify the equipment and also explain them. Okay, so you need something to, like, little detail concept of that you need to know. So let us go through it. Okay, so first one is earth moving equipment. Okay, earth moving, all related to your uh, soil, and not just soil, also rock, how once you excavate it, where you'll dump it, and about all that. Earth compacting equipment. What is earth compacting equipment? Once you disturb the earth, okay, either you'll do cutting or filling or whatever it is, to proceed with the further stage, you need to compact it. Why? So that there are no voids, and it retains its strength, and yeah, voids can disappear and will increase. Basically, the bearing capacity of the soil increases. So about that. Then is earth hauling equipment. Okay, everything related to the hauling equipment. Fourth is hoisting equipment. Okay. Fifth is conveying equipment, to convey the whether to convey product from one place to another place, to move the soil or any other material. Next is aggregate production equipment. Okay, production of aggregate. How, what type of equipment do you use? And then equipment used in the concrete production. Okay, concrete production. And last is pile driving equipment. Okay, we will go through. Yeah, let's go through each one of them one by one. Okay, so let's move to the next slide. So first one is earth moving equipment. Okay, let's go through this. See, the selection of earth moving equipment is mainly dependent on these factors below. Okay, one thing is quantities of materials to be moved, right? Whether your quantity is more or less, depending on that, the type of earth moving equipment you will be using, because some equipments are quite big and it can do multitasking. Okay, so if it's a very huge project, then you can take such multitasking equipments. Okay, um, if it is for a very small purpose, then like for example dumpers, and I'll show you the pictures in the next slide. Let's go through it. So quantity of the material is necessary to be known. Second point is the available time to complete the work. Okay, even time matters. Third one is the prevailing soil types, the swell and compaction factors, etc. Because there are different kind of soil and its properties, right? Certain depending on the properties of soil and their swell factors, right? Some, in case if some soil are very it's very permeable, then depending upon that you should make use of the equipment. Fourth point is the job conditions include the factors such as availability of loading and dumping area. Okay, so you definitely want dump area from where to load and where to dump, that should be considered. Accessibility of site, okay, whether your site is accessible, whether it is near or very far, it should be as near as possible. Traffic flows, okay, whether it's very easily, like without any traffic you can reach there to your site, and weather conditions at the site. Okay, depending on weather condition, everything should be taken into account, and then depending on every factor you are going to select the earth moving equipment. So here are some of the examples. Okay, huh? Excavators are there. Okay, backhoe, okay, front shovel, drag line, clamshell, bulldozers, scrapers, grader, loader, and trenching machines, etc. These are some equipment. Okay, excavator is also used to excavate the ground and put it somewhere. It has that property. And backhoe, okay, it has got a bucket like thing in the back, and front shovel, drag line. See all this, I'll show you the pictures in the next slide. So the first, excavator and bulldozer. Okay, so the first picture here is the excavator. Okay, how is it? See, have a look. You might have seen in any site and all. All these equipments are very well known to us. We get to see here and there. So it's nothing new. So see, it has got a bucket, and there is a person operating that instrument. Okay, next is bulldozer, right? See, to your right side how bulldozers are. They have got a little changes. Yeah, this bulldozer, it loads, basically what they do is they load the soil or the unwanted yeah, mud, and they dispose it to different place where you want it to, where you want to, like from where to where you want to put the soil. So that work it does. Okay, so first one is the excavator, second one is the bulldozer. Let's move to the next pictures. See here, dumper and backhoe is there. Dumper, see, it has got a bucket like yeah, bucket sort of thing. What it does is it picks up the soil and puts where you want. So left side is the dumper, right side is the shovel, right? It has, even that has got that sharp bucket needle like thing where you can go deeper, you can excavate a little deep. So these are different kinds of earth moving equipment. Have a look. I'll move on to the next second classification. Next is earth compacting equipment. Okay, so earth compacting equipment is what? The equipment that helps you compact the materials. Okay, compact soil so that you increase its strength or density. Okay, for what? For your construction purpose. So I'll read this. Compactors are the machines frequently used to compact materials such as soil in order to increase the density for construction. Okay. Next point, vibratory pad foot compactors. Common varieties are plate tampers, rammers. Okay, these are all different sort of compaction equipment, compactors, rammers, and in addition, compactors are utilized in landfill tasks also. Okay, so vibratory plates, compactors. Okay, they are also known as stamping foot rollers. Okay, and the function of compaction equipment is to produce higher density in soil mechanically. So the main function of these compactors are they produce more density. How is the density increased? When there are voids that is present in your earth, okay, that disappears, and they are finely packed. Okay, that's when your density strength will increase. The basic forces used in compactions are static weight, kneading, impact, and vibration. Okay, so these four forces are used. Okay, static weight, kneading, impact weight, and vibration. Last point is the degree of compaction that may be achieved depends on the properties of soil, its moisture content, thickness of the soil layer for compaction, and the method of compaction. So, what all factors? One thing, properties of soil. Okay, one is moisture content, the amount of moisture, the water that is present in the soil, thickness of the soil layer, okay, to what height it is, and also what sort of compaction are you going to use. So everything is based on it. So the degree of compactions are based on these things. So this is a basic explanation about earth compacting equipment. Okay. See, these are the examples for earth compacting equipment. So the first one is called as the first picture that shows you that is called as smooth wheeled roller. Okay, so this is how the roller looks. Okay, this roller, what they do, they are so heavy that when they move, the driver sits on it and he moves it across your land. So what happens? Compaction will happen. Next image, what you can see is called as sheep foot roller. Okay, the only difference between difference is see it has got this shape of a foot like. Structure upon the roller. So what they do, they give you extra compaction, especially in soil, the soil which is porous or little delicate. So there these compactions are used. I mean this kind of roller is used for compaction. Okay, so have a look. Let's move to the next equipment. Okay, what kind of equipment it is? Next is hauling equipment. Okay, hauling equipment is the equipment used for transportation of materials. Okay, so to transport materials from one place to other, these equipments are needed. Okay, they are called as hauling equipment or simply haulers. Okay, they operate on roadways or else railways. Next is it involves transportation of building materials. Okay, building materials like stones, mm, brick, anything. Okay, to transport from one place to another, it is needed. Second is carriage and disposal of excavated earth. Okay, that is the while excavation, whatever soil is there, you need to transport it and dump it somewhere. So for that purpose, it is needed. Third is haulage of heavy construction equipment. See, this construction equipment, other construction equipments are very heavy. So and also you need to automatically it can't come right to your construction site. You need to transport from one place to another. So to transport those construction equipment, these hauling equipments are used. See, some of the hauling equipments are trucks, okay, big trucks, dump trucks and dumpers. Okay, these are hauling equipment to transport materials or even equipment in that case from one place to another. They are called as haulers or hauling equipment. Okay. See, these are examples for hauling equipment. The first picture is called as dump truck. That is how it looks. And next is tipper. Okay. So both are used for transportation of materials. Have a look on this. Let's move to the next equipment, classification of equipment. So next is hoisting equipment. Okay, hoisting. Let's see what is hoisting. Hoisting is the lifting of weight from one location and moving it to another location. Okay, so anything that is of weight, okay, they lift from one location and place it in another location, because we humans, we can't lift heavy equipment, right? So you need a equipment that lifts heavy equipment, so that is hoisting equipment. Okay, so next point is hoisting equipment. They include jacks, winches, chains, hoist and cranes. Okay, these are the parts of hoisting equipment. So what all things that include? Okay, what and all? Jacks, winches, chains. Okay, uh, hoist and crane. So next point is crane is the only simple machine which has a single piece. Okay, crane has, it's basically multi dimensional equipment. It does almost all the work. So the crane is the only simple machine which has a single piece and is capable of providing three-dimensional movement of a weight. Okay. Next is also these kind of equipments are used in large projects, that is construction of dams and industrial building. Okay, they require this hoisting equipment. Next point is these equipments are used for lifting the loads. Okay, they lift the loads, holding them on suspension. Okay, during transfer from one place to another, and placing them at designated locations. So basically, these are very strong, and they carry heavy weights, and also by the time you place from one place to another, it holds in suspension. Okay, and then they drop it where you're supposed to, like your designated location. Last point is it constitutes of a group of equipment which are employed mainly for lifting and lowering of unit load and another. Okay, so that is all about hoisting equipment. See, these are images of hoisting equipment. This is how hoisting equipment look like. They carry heavy loads, okay, through this lever and whatever is there on the top. Okay. I'll move on to the next classification. Next is conveying equipment. Okay, here I'm reading this out. A conveyor system is mechanically handling equipment that moves materials from one location to another. Okay, so basically these are mechanical equipment. They move one material from one place, materials from one place to other place. Okay. Second point is conveying is mainly used in mining, construction, and in some of the industries. Okay, mining to transport the mines. Okay, these conveyors are used. Construction. Okay, mainly when it comes to construction, concrete. Okay, we want to transport concrete from one level to another or one place to another, then we need these conveyors. Okay, and also another industrial purpose. Third point is in construction industries, conveyors are mainly used for concreting purposes. Okay, that's what I told you. For concreting purposes, these are used. Conveyors are especially useful in applications involving the transportation of heavy or bulky materials. Okay, so conveyors are especially useful for transportation of very heavy and bulky materials. Okay, conveyor system allow quick and efficient transportation for a wide variety of materials, which makes them very popular in the material handling and packaging industries. Okay, so this conveyor system is very much useful in most of the fields. Okay, they are very popular for material handling and packaging industries. Okay, and also this conveying equipment, they can be used vertically, horizontally, or inclined as well. Okay, here are few examples for conveying equipment. There are belt conveyors, okay, screw conveyors, and aerial transport. Okay, so let's see if few pictures are there. I will show you in the next slide. See, these are belt conveyors. Okay, they are conveying equipment. See in this first picture how aggregate and even concrete can be conveyed from one place to another. Okay, this is how um, belt conveyors look. I'll move on to the next classification. So next is aggregate production equipment. Okay, production of equipment. How like about that will go through. I'm reading this out. In any project where concrete requirement is very high, okay, and aggregate preparation and processing plant is essential to complete the concreting operation. So what do they mean? That wherever you need concrete, so for concrete you need aggregate, right? Most of the aggregate cement and water, out of which aggregate has more bulk and it consumes a lot of space. So where you need concrete, there you need aggregate. Okay, so in order to obtain that, that's what they mean, that aggregate preparation and a processing plant is very much required. Second point is an aggregate has to be produced at site if quantity needed is very large, right? See, in case if it's a small construction, what you will do, you will receive the aggregate and you will mix it then and there, like in the usually hand mixing or what is that, concrete mixers. And but in case if it is of very large quantity, then you have to do that at the site. Okay, third point is basic materials such as stone, okay, is recovered from a rock quarry or from the riverbed and processing is done. Okay, how basically how aggregate is done? Prepared, it is removed, stone is crushed. Okay, so major stone is received from the quarry, rock quarry, okay, or from the underneath the riverbed, and the processing is done. After that, this processing, what does that consist? It consists of crushing, okay, grading, you wash the aggregate, washing is done, and stockpiling of aggregates. So what all crushers are used for crushing, and then grading purposes, they grade different aggregates will have different sizes. Based on that, okay, they should be washed thoroughly, and stockpiling of aggregate. Next point is crushing consists of pressure, impact, and combination of both. Okay, so they have last point is crusher are used mainly to reduce the size of a large stone or a rock to smaller uniform sized aggregates required for the mix. Okay, so major function of crusher is to reduce the size of a big stone to small. Okay, so these are the details of aggregate production equipment. Let's have a look on a picture related to that in the next slide. So this is how aggregate production equipment looks like. Okay, how aggregates are produced. Like I told you, under that crushing, grading, washing, stockpiling, and all this process is done. Okay, this is how it looks. Let's move on to the next classification. So next is equipment used in concrete construction. Okay, so let's go through that. First point is concrete is basically what all? Cement, okay, aggregate and water mixed together and then deposited and permitted to solidify, right? You use these materials like cement, water, aggregate, okay, and you get the solidify. What does that mean? A block, right? Second point is they are mainly used for weaving and mixing large quantity of concrete constituents. Okay, large quantity of concrete. Third point is operation involved in concrete production are batching, mixing, handling and transportation, placing, finishing, curing. Okay, this is the manufactured process of concrete production. Mainly you will batch. Okay, batching is okay. You have volume batching and way batching. Okay, and then mixing you'll be having different sort of mixing. There is hand mixing, there is machine mixing. Okay, how you are going to handle it? Transportation. Okay, how was it transported? Placing, how was finishing done, and all what methods of curing process. So everything is involved. All sort of operation or step by step whatever operation is involved about that. The next point is in huge concreting concrete and quantity depends on the time of mixing and what sort of mixers are used. See, here are few examples. Concrete production plants. Okay, concrete mixers. Okay, concrete mixers. Okay, uh, concrete transit mixers. Okay, this is ready mix concrete RMC. Okay, it's a vehicle which has which uh, which is used for concrete. Okay, for movement of concrete from one place to another place. Concrete pumps and vibrators. Okay, concrete pumps are also used in construction. Vibrators are used to as they are used as compactors, compacting the concrete or removing the voids of concrete. So these are the few examples of concrete. Okay, what all equipments are used in concrete construction. Okay, let's see. I'll show you the pictures of certain example pictures. Let's go through it. Here is the image of concrete production plant, okay, and to the right side it is transit mixer, okay. So this is the plant. In transit mixer, what happens is it keeps on rotating, okay, and it's also used to transport from one place to another. Concrete can be transported, so during transport they run this, okay, so that it doesn't get hard, okay, and loses its property. I'll move on to the next classification. So next is pile driving equipment, okay. The process of pile driving involves lifting the piles into position, okay, lifting them into position, holding it to refusal or to a specified depth, okay, where you're going lifting the piles and also holding it to a depth, to a specified depth, okay. Second point is driving is accomplished through hammering the pile top with a hammer, okay. Using the hammer, the piling process is done. Third point is driving, yeah. Third point is equipment are so designed for driven effectively at an economical cost, okay. They make sure that is economical as much as possible. Last point is major pile driving equipment are, okay, these are the examples. I mean major, not examples, the major pile driving equipment. They are pile driving rigs and pile driving hammers. Okay, so let's see some pictures about this. So these are the pile driving equipment. Okay, this is how it looks. Pile driving rigs, or yeah, that's what they are called. So this is how you drive the pile. So here we have completed, okay, all the classification with this explanation. So if they ask, mention the classification of construction equipment and also explain them. So then it's better to explain these, okay? Okay, thank you.